So we are going to talk about animal-like protists or protozoans in today's part. This is the last group of protists. The literal meaning of the word protozoan, it is derived from Greek words protos, which means first, and zoon, which means animal. And these organisms, they are the primitive relatives of animals. Okay, first animals. They are considered as animals because of their heterotrophic nutrition and motility. They are considered as animals because of their heterotrophic nutrition and they are motile. Most of these are free living or parasitic. These organisms may be free living or parasitic. All the free living forms, they are aquatic. They are present in aquatic ecosystems. They have protoplasmic grade of organization. They possess simply cytoplasm, nucleus, and the cell membrane. This is known as protoplasmic grade of organization. The cells, they lack cell wall. Cell wall is entirely absent in case of protozoans. Locomotion can happen by the help of cilia, flagella, or pseudopodia. Their nutrition is holozoic, saprozoic, or parasitic. Holozoic means they consume solid food material like animals. Saprozoic means the organism, it absorbs the food through general body surface, and parasitic means it lives on other organism and obtains its nutrition. Now reproduction. Reproduction can happen by both asexual and sexual methods. These are some diagnostic features of protozoans or animal-like protists. Now the different groups of protozoans. We have four different groups of protozoans. The first one is pseudopods or sarcodines. The second one is ciliates. The third is flagellates, and the last one is sporozoans. Now we will have a brief overview on each of these one by one. First, sarcodines. The sarcodines possess pseudopods, or you can say false foot. Here you can see this is the pseudopod of a sarcodine. This is the characteristic feature of sarcodines. Pseudopods are actually extension of cell membrane and cytoplasm. These are the extensions of cell membrane and cytoplasm. The function of pseudopods is they help in the movement as well as they help in capturing the food. Pseudopods help in movement as well as they help in capturing food. Some sarcodines are parasitic, causing diseases like amoeboiosis. Okay, and this disease is caused by Entamoeba histolytica. You have to remember this. Some sarcodines, they are parasitic. They cause diseases in human beings like amoeboiosis. One more example of a sarcodine which causes disease or which is parasitic is Naegleria fowleri. It is a sarcodine that eats the brain cells. The marine forms of sarcodines, they have shells, and these shells are valuable for making marble, limestone, and chalk. The marine forms of sarcodines, they possess shells, and these shells form marble, limestone, and chalk. The reproduction in sarcodines mainly occurs by asexual methods. Okay, simply fission takes place. Now we will talk about amoeba, which is one of the most familiar pseudopod or sarcodine. This amoeba, its body shape is irregular. You can see here, it is irregular, and it is the most familiar or most common pseudopod or sarcodine. It possesses contractile vacuole inside its body. Here you can see this is the contractile vacuole, this small structure, and this contractile vacuole, it controls the amount of amount of water inside the cell. contractile vacuoles, they maintain the osmotic balance or the amount of water inside the cell. It also possesses food vacuoles, and these food vacuoles, here you can see, they store the food material where the food is later on digested. The reproduction in case of this amoeba, it takes place by binary fission. Here you can see two cells are being formed from a single cell. Okay, this is the brain eating amoeba, which is known as Naegleria fowleri. Now another group is ciliates, or you can say protozoans that possess cilia. Ciliates have tiny hair-like appendages. These tiny hair-like appendages, they are known as cilia. Okay, on the whole body surface. Cilia, which are present in these organisms, they are used for movement, and they help to gather food as feelers. They help in movement as well as they help the organism to gather food. The free living forms of ciliates in aquatic ecosystems, they exist in both marine as well as fresh waters. They can exist in ponds, streams, oceans and sulfur springs. That means जो ciliates है, they can be found in both fresh waters as well as marine waters. Now the representative example of ciliates is paramecium. This is the structure of paramecium. Okay, now some details of paramecium. Paramecium is simply slipper shaped. Its body is covered by a tough outer wall which is known as pellicle. It shows holozoic nutrition except in some parasites. Okay, it shows holozoic nutrition. It directly consumes solid food material. It possesses an oral groove which is known as mouth. Okay, which is like mouth. Here you can see this is the oral groove of paramecium. Then it has gullet which holds the food. The food which this organism has taken, it gets digested inside the vacuole. Food vacuole which is present inside the body. Here you can see this is the food vacuole. It helps us in digestion of food. It also possesses an anal pore which removes the waste products. Here this is the anal pore. It possesses two contractile vacuoles, and the function of contractile vacuoles is they maintain the osmotic balance. There are two nuclei. One is known as micronucleus and second one is known as macronucleus. And it reproduces mainly by binary fission. These are some important characteristic features of paramecium which belongs to ciliates. Now the third group is flagellates, or you can say protozoans with flagella. They are free living or parasitic. Flagellates can be either free living or parasitic. They possess one or more flagella to help it move. Okay, they possess one or more flagella, and these flagella help these organisms to move. The flagellum in these organisms, it is like a long whip-like structure, and it is entirely used for movement. जैसे कि मैंने आपको बोला, they help the organism to move. Okay, they are whip-like structures. The parasitic flagellates, they cause diseases in animals such as African sleeping sickness in humans, which is caused by a flagellate named as trypanosoma. It is a flagellate which causes African sleeping sickness in humans. इसी तरह one more disease which is known as Kala Azar or dum-dum fever, it is caused by a flagellate which is named as Leishmania donovani. Some flagellates, they live as mutualists with termites. They live in mutualistic association with termites. They live inside the bodies of termites, and they help the termites to convert the the cellulose of wood to carbohydrates, and the and the products that come out of this cellulose digestion, they are used by both the termites as well as the flagellates. Okay, and the example is trichonympha. I will repeat this point. Some flagellates, they are known to live as mutualists within the bodies of termites, and inside the bodies of termites they convert cellulose of wood to carbohydrates, and these carbohydrates are used by both the termites as well as the flagellates, and the example is trichonympha. These are some examples, or you can say these are the flagellates. Okay, they possess these flagella. And finally, the fourth group is sporozoans, or you can say parasitic protozoans. Okay, these are entirely parasitic. These sporozoans, they can be either endoparasites or and most of them are pathogenic. Okay, all sporozoans are endoparasitic and pathogenic. This is their characteristic feature. These sporozoans, they form spores which are tiny reproductive cells. Their reproduction occurs by spores. Their mode of nutrition is parasitic. They live on hosts and obtain their nourishment from the hosts. They pass mainly from ticks, mosquitoes, or other animals to humans. They get transferred to humans through the bites of ticks, mosquitoes, or other animals. The flagella, cilia, and pseudopodia are entirely absent in sporozoans. स्पोरोजोन्स में ना फ्लैजला होता है, ना सीलिया और ना सीडोपोडिया होता है. Okay, they have a simple structure. They have simple cellular structure. Their bodies are covered by elastic pellicle or cuticle. This is the structure of sporozoan. Their body structure is simple. Okay, the cells are covered by elastic pellicle or cuticle, and the representative example of sporozoans is plasmodium, which causes malaria in humans. So this was all about the protozoans and its different groups. I hope you all understand this. See you soon with a new lesson. Till then, God bless you all.